Broke men shouldn't have a lineage, period.
Yeah.
Broke men shouldn't have a lineage?
They shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't. My dad's a broke man. Yeah, my dad's a broke man, and he has 4 kids from 4 different.
Broke men should not have a lineage.
They shouldn't. Why are they procreating?
I am with you,
they can't
but
afford it.
It's tough to listen to. It's tough, but think about it.
But poor does not mean they wouldn't take care of their kids.
Okay, the way you do one thing is the way that you do everything. I'm not saying, like, again, going back to, like, if you're 40 and you're 45 and you're broke, like, hello. It's a very fine and thin line that we're crossing here. But I think from all the things that we've seen time and time again, single mothers, like, I just want that suffering to stop. And it comes and it stems from broke men.
Well, there's single... Well,
not just financially, but mentally.
I want to point out, like, you guys are both from Orange County, right? Which is a fairly wealthy, very affluent area. And it sounded like what you guys said earlier was that a lot of these parents are kind of out of the picture a little bit, even though they're very wealthy.
Yeah, depending on who you are in Orange County.
Sure, not everybody. I'm not saying all wealthy people are just totally checked out, but even having wealthy parents doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily be good parents.
Oh,
money is not medicine.
My mom,
money is not medicine, and money is not survival.
Right.
Before my mom died, she was the best mother she was able to be, but she had no money. I mean, I was cooking potatoes for 2 weeks on my own.
Right.
Like, she was broke, but she was the best.
But you saying broke people should not have a lineage?
She was a mom.
I'm not saying broke people.
No.
Oh, you said broke men. You said broke men should not have a lineage.
And listen. I know
That's a hot take.
It's a very hot take. But listen, again, even if you're wealthy or even if you're rich with money, doesn't mean that you're really rich.
Wait, I have a follow-up question. Let's say you were the dictator of America. Would you ban poor men? Like, would you ban poor men from having children?
Yes.
I love you.
So
I'm gonna go.
here's a question. Wait. Hold on. I'll let you guys come in, but I have quite a few follow-up questions here. So,
oh my
so
gosh.
do you think if anybody is on any sort of, and I'm going to shout out Andrew Wilson from The Crucible here because he helped me out a little bit with this. But do you think if let's say the man or perhaps even the woman, if they're on any sort of government or state assistance, that they should not date or have children? Because they're poor and
define it. There's like the veterans get help.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I'm saying like perhaps just someone who's not a veteran.
Food stamps.
I mean, I feel like it's almost redundant to be asking this question because you've already said that.
I think, first of all, I know that this is going to sound very awful because of the current economy and with inflation. I understand all those points and I get it.
Don't walk back.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But the thing is, like, I also don't want to ignore the fact that what we just stated, that America is the best country in the world.
Hold on just a second.
Jackson donated $100. The one that was lucky enough to be adopted into a wealthy family telling broke men specifically they shouldn't procreate is the irony I needed today.
Who was adopted?
Actually, I was adopted.
By our stepdad.
Well, you said you were adopted by your
but he wasn't
father?
wealthy though. Okay, so
but your mom is your.
My biological mother, but my stepdad adopted me at age 17.
I think, but he's for clarification. I don't think you were adopted in the sense that you were an orphan.
No. Wasn't an orphan.
No. Okay. And was your family, your stepdad and your mom, were they?
They weren't wealthy. They grew up to be. But again, that's why I'm saying
But you turned out.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Despite the fact that it sounds like perhaps your parents weren't like the most financially.
They weren't.
But so why ban?
So no.
So
listen.
your dad
How old were you when your stepdad came into your life?
That's not particularly relevant. Go ahead.
So when my parents met, again going to the building thing, they weren't making a lot of money. Like my mom was on welfare. I've lived that life with my mom, and then my dad came into the picture. 2 incomes, and my dad worked his way up because my mom was like, I'm not working, I'm staying with the kids.
Wait, your parents were on welfare?
No, my parents weren't. My parents weren't on welfare. My mom was on welfare.
Okay.
When my dad came into the picture, he made life
Wait, so it's okay for
us.
women to be on welfare, but not for men to be on welfare?
So listen, but the matter of fact is that a lot of men step out of the children's life. My mom had to do what she needed to do, and that's why I'm saying broke men shouldn't be dating, because you end up with situations like this.
I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying.
100%.
But if you're saying, so you said broke men should not have a lineage. I feel like if we follow that, and again, shout out to Andrew Wilson here from The Crucible, if we follow that to its logical conclusion, you would eliminate most African American families and most African American children and other racial minority groups, as they are the ones who are most heavily dependent upon government assistance.
But I think
demographically, to help, I'm literally verbatim. I want to give full credit to Andrew Wilson here. I'm giving full credit.
I totally agree. I'm not saying that this isn't a matter of fact. But again, I blame the public education system. I'm not blaming men at all. I don't think it's the man's fault. I think that the blame is on the public education system and the way that our culture is set up. So, I do have a lot of compassion. Again, I'm a POC. I'm a person of color. And if it wasn't for the decisions and the discernment that my mom made for her lineage to be with a man who was a good man, he might have been, I don't want to say he was broke at the time, but he might have not been making as much money as he is now. But he was a wealthy man with his character. They got to the point where they were able to raise a family, you know?
Sure. But and again, full credit to Andrew Wilson here. Saying that broke men should not have a lineage, broke people should not have children. I mean, full credit, Andrew Wilson here. You've just outlined a eugenics program. You're a eugenicist.
Well, I think that you just set me up on a trap here, and I want to take a moment to gather up my thoughts. I'm not saying that I know that I said that broke men shouldn't have a lineage, but what I'm saying, based off of my experience, the limited experiences that I had, is that if we were more accountable with men to have and to build a life of success, and instead of focusing on dating so early on, and they focus on working hard, getting good jobs, I think that we would have a very different society today. So when I say broke men shouldn't have lineage, I'm just saying I think that.
No, you did say that they shouldn't have children.
Yes, I said that. But
would it be okay for poor men to date poor women?
I don't know why
No, I'm just
they could do whatever they want. But what I'm saying is I don't see the benefit. I need to gather up my thoughts. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. But okay, so it sounds like it's not okay for a poor man to date a poor woman. Correct? It's not. I suppose it's not
Can
okay
I just step in here? I don't think she means.
Hold on, just a second.
Nickelodeon donated $100. Should fat, stupid, and mentally ill women not be allowed children either? Some rich people are the worst morally. Some broke people are the most giving, kind people.
That is very true.
What is wrong with you?
No one said
that.
No,
does that mean all? Does that mean all?
I think the terms that you use were maybe not the worst. I mean, not the best.
So I think
let
me go ahead and rephrase this. When I say broke people, I'm not just speaking about financially. I'm also speaking about morally and values and character.
Well, I think you're shifting the goalposts.
No. I've said this since the beginning because you said let's just focus financially, and I said okay. But what I'm saying here, just because you are broke, that doesn't necessarily mean you are broke in character. And also, if you're wealthy, that also doesn't mean that you're broke, that you're wealthy with.
But when you say the term broke, most people are they're not. You're now adding nuance to it, but most people are going to take that from a financial frame.
Yeah, I would say a more apt term to use would be degenerate. Or something that has to do with.
You're shifting.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, but I want to stay true to my message, because I actually promote a lot of two women who come up to me and they're like, "Hey, he's not that rich, but he's such an amazing man and he treats me well." And so that to them, I say, you can build together. There's no problem there, because character is always going to override, money. And we have some experiences here where I had the best mom, I had the best dad, and that's what I'm saying.
Is it okay? So let me ask: is it okay for a poor woman to date a rich man?
Why not?
Yeah.
I think if she can provide,
what is being asked is different.
What about the poor?
And if she can provide for him what he's looking for to a T, if he's like, I want you to be at home, cooking, looking nice, get your nails done, I want you to be the perfect woman for me, why not?
I think that your message is more of in the ideal world, men should be financially stable before they start a family, right? Yeah. But I think that the words that you chose are a little bit poor, and that's why like people are starting to like attack you.
Nobody's attacking her.
Like they're on there. They like were saying, yeah.
Don't listen to the peanut gallery.
So I think I get your point. I really do, because as a parent, I know that I would have loved to give my daughter a much better life if I was like financially stable when I had her. So I get what you're saying.
So, but okay, what about a poor man dating a rich woman? Is that cool?
I mean, if the woman is, accepting of that and she wants that, why not? Like, I'm not saying that.
But you said broke men shouldn't.
Yeah, well, I think that's taken out of. I don't think that applies here with the question that you're asking. Oh. So I think
broke men just shouldn't date other broke women.
I know. Well, I think broke men shouldn't. They should be focused on other things, not just like procreating. They should be focused on their goals and like maturing and working up the corporate ladder, trying to find jobs, share their attention.
Yeah, couldn't the same thing be said about women?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I say that. Actually, I say that all the time. Focus on yourself first to find the good partner, because a lot of the times we see that women date when they're at a very low vibe. And you guys have said it here, low vibration, when you're like still working on things. And then finally, when you're at your peak, when you feel confident because you've worked through, all of your traumas, creating your business, whatever the case may be. Once you step into the dating stage again, you realize that you have better options because you're happy, you're confident, and you're in a way like, you're set free. You set yourself free. Yeah, absolutely. Clarity is important. Sorry.
So, okay. Don't you feel it's like a little elitist to say that broke men should not date?
Okay, well, why?
Or have kids?
Okay, but why should they be having kids if they can't financially support them the way a woman can? So why should a man be broke and a woman not, when she's the one that has the kid for 9 months, can breastfeed them, can literally keep them alive for free, but then also has to go on welfare because her man can't step up and take care of the food and can't take care of the diapers and can't take care of the clothes? How is that fair? Why should he be having a baby he can't support?
I mean, I think it's more about broken men.
Yeah.
But
he's talking about money.
No.
Shifting the goalposts.
I'm just talking about from my perspective.
Or is it Mon and Bailey?
No, but also, I also want to be accountable for the women too, because I tell this is like a protection for them, right? Mm-hmm. So they don't have to go through the welfare system. So they don't have to go through these things. I say, don't date broke men.
Yeah.
So it's in a way, it's a protection so that we can avoid this from occurring again and again and again. Yeah. And I put more accountability on the woman rather than the men. I say, you need to have built enough discernment. That's why a lot of women attack me sometimes. Sure. And I tell them, you need to have discernment, you need to know your standards, your boundaries, and you need to be at a good place so you can decide with clarity. Yep. It's very balanced. Agreed. I don't just keep it just one-sided for men or women.
It might be a eugenicist position, though, to say that broke men shouldn't have a lineage.
I'm just done seeing single moms on welfare. It is I live that life.
All right, I won't
and it's very sad.
Linger too long on